and welcome back to Fuzzy Goob. Well, Fuzzy Goob without the fuzzy, because Fuzzy is currently sleeping in his little rat hole. So it's just Goob today, playing some more Sword of the Sea. I've changed my microphone settings ever so slightly, so I'm hoping it comes out a little bit nicer than last episode, because I wasn't super happy with the general fuzz on that on the audio. So welcome back though to Sword of the Sea. Oh hey! Okay, this guy wants 500 bucks. Kind of rude. That's fine though. Take my cash. Oh, the dolphin's chill though. Welcome back though to episode 2 of Just Goob Plays Sword of the Sea. It is a pretty chill game so far. And would I recommend it? Fuck yes. If you have PS Plus, play it. But our next goal is to ride along these really sick chains to back to the center of this desert to then find... Can I press this? No, I'll go. To then find the other chain and fix that. But how are we all doing on this lovely Tuesday? There's a goodie down there. I'm gonna grab it. What are these Can someone remind me, please? Someone watching this will know what video game has you collect. I think it's a collectathon, or maybe like a Ratchet and Clank adjacent game. Oh, hey, there's a cat on my desk. If everything breaks, that's because of the cat. Not because of me. I fell. What video game has you collect tiny triangles? It's really bothering me, and usually I'm quite good with like remembering little weird visuals like that, but the tiny triangles are really just... And maybe you collect 100 triangles for like a circle or something? No, that doesn't sound right. It's a platformer. It's like a PS2. Is it? Oh, I'm just talking shit now. No, I can't. I don't remember. No idea. But it's Wednesday. My least favorite day of the week. Do you know why that is? No, neither do I. I feel like every time I start these episodes, I'm like, what do I say? That eventually I'll find like I'll find a thread to pull on, right? I don't know for anyone else who makes sort of like content. And I say we don't usually do single content on this channel. It's usually the two of us, me and Fuzzy. But I thought I'd play this single player. And until I find that thread to pull on, I'm like, hello, hi. It's like I have nothing valuable to say until the value comes along. You can't force the value, right? And I guess that's sort of like, that's the inherent difficulty when it comes to making online content, is like, initially, making any art is, how do you stay interesting? And I suppose that's purely subjective to whoever's watching you. Because what you might find interesting is... We're getting philosophical here, by the way. Someone else might find dead boring. You know what would have made this game... I think I would have... I know why. Okay, I've liked the wavy sand. I don't know how I feel about the wavy rocks. It looks like old cereals. But the wavy sand, I'm all about that wavy sand. Philosophical interest. I forgot what I was saying. No, it's gone. But it can be really difficult, I think, to make interesting content. And that's the struggle that all content creators, obviously, have trouble with. Some people just are really talented and they just bash it out straight away. I wish I had that talent. Honestly, it's I don't know if it's just luck or some people literally they're born with the gift, you know? Born with the gift of being able to just hit the mark every time. And clearly, it is a talent, you know? I don't think people sometimes undervalue online content creation as a... they don't consider it a difficult job. I think if you're, say, like our channel, Fuzzy Goob, or say my channel, I wouldn't say it's a difficult job because I have no stakes in it. You know, there's no sort of financial incentive to do it. There's no sort of like, nothing's on the line if I stop making content. But for people who I think make content professionally, I think obviously that's where it becomes a lot more difficult, because then suddenly you have this giant pressure on you being able to appeal to people, and I think that's quite a scary thought, really. It's like, hedging all your bets on one yourself, which is really, you know, you should be proud of yourself for being able to do that. Is there a cat behind me? I don't know. Blue. I hope you liked blue. We got more blue in the game. Ah, they're gonna kill us. They're killing. It's mad that killer whales exist. They look really fake. They're just not real animals, are they? But then full-time content creators who, you know, especially the ones that don't make bank as well. So I know a lot of sort of streamers and I know a lot of YouTubers who do it full-time. And they make, you know, I would say a bit more than minimum wage, you know? I think some people look at that and think, oh, that's the dream. Yeah. And sorry, I'm just going to jump around these fish for a bit because this is really joyous. I fucking love this. And of course, that is the dream for a lot of people. To be in that position where you've made enough money to then... Can I break this wall? You've made enough money to then live off creating content. But I also know some of the people who I do sort of watch in that position do get really stressed with the idea, like, if I stop making content just for like a month or two, then suddenly my livelihood's gone. And that's it. It's, you know, I gotta almost start again. I know some people who are in that position where it's like they make great content, but if they had a break for 2 or 3 months, and it's the way of the internet and the way of the world, they wouldn't pick it back up and earn the same amount of money. It would be another uphill battle, right? So yeah, I think, in conclusion to my random thoughts, content creation, I respect people who do it full time. I would love to do it, but I also know the work that goes into it. So I am a hobbyist. Because, like, anyone online, right? Like, any person with access, which, you know, I think access to a lot of the technology needed is a privilege, right? You know, not everyone has a... People say, like, oh, you want me to start making content? Just use your phone. Not everyone's got, like, a couple £100 phone, right? There are barriers to access to making content. So not everyone can do it. But anyone with access to the means could, you know, every day, they could pump something out. They could... Yo. Okay. I wasn't hooked. I wasn't hooked with the game. I consider games, they need to hook me. And I wasn't hooked. Up until now. Yes! Who the fuck's this motherfucker? What was I saying anyway about content? Oh yeah. Anyone with the means, like myself, I could pump out really well-written... I consider well-written, I should say. Sorry, I'm listening to the music. Reviews or, you know, videos or, like, subjects. And I could potentially build a large audience with it. But I think the work that goes into that is so... Sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's difficult. It's difficult work. Being a creative person, I think, is a difficult process. Because even when, like, I consider myself a creative person, even when you... Oh, man. This is sick. I love it. It's also draining, because it takes so much energy. And when you enjoy it so much, you do just get, at the other end, just, like, absolutely tuckered. So again, in conclusion to my previous point, if you are thinking about... This is going to turn into a pep talk, because I love a pep talk. If you are thinking about making any kind of content online, you're watching me with my 30 views, haha. Also say us with our 30 views, although Fuzzy's not here right now. Do it. And I think you should really just spend, like I should be doing, spend a good, like, 3-4 months just really giving it absolutely everything and putting so much, like, put in like crunch yourself. Only crunch yourself though, right? I think crunch is fine as long as it's fully self-inflicted. That's where I think crunch is a perfectly acceptable means of work. For those who don't know, crunch is a term used in... He's back, she's back, whatever it is. It's used in sort of like the movie industry and the gaming industry to describe when a studio gets pushed really hard to get a game out or a movie out by a certain date. So, for example, a lot of VFX, visual effects artists get crunched to get like sort of like movies out in a certain date, or get the effects of the movies done by a certain date, you know? So they're working like 80-hour, 90-hour weeks. And I have great respect for people who do that, because I couldn't do that at all. I would be, you know, I'm a short burst kind of worker. I do a little bit of work and I stop. I do a little bit of work and I stop. I couldn't sit behind a PC for 8 hours a day making, because I couldn't imagine anything worse. But you should do it. If you are ever considering it, just do it. Just spend as... Oh, hey! Well, there it is. There's the other fucker. Spend as much time as you possibly can. You know, because that's how you achieve your dreams. You got to put the hours in. You got to put the grind in. I hate the term grind. I hate the word grinding as well. It's just like... But you have to. And some people pop off in, you know, one video or one TikTok, and some people take years to pop off, you know? There's a point during my early Twitch where I felt that, oh my god, this is getting potentially successful. And it was. You know, it was getting potentially successful. But I let that slide. And that's only on me. So if you ever find yourself in that situation, please don't let that happen. Would it have changed if I pushed as hard as I was pushing? Dunno. We'll never know. Did I? I didn't. But that's the beauty of life. I feel like this game is about life. So we can talk about life. This is going to be the life stream. Final Fantasy VII is overrated. This is the live stream. So yeah, I think I'm sat here talking all this shit, and obviously anyone watching this is going to be like, what the fuck am I watching? Maybe this is just inspiring me to talk about life stuff. But since I am talking, we'll keep going. Because the more I'm saying this, I think I'm motivating myself more than anything to create more. Because although I said earlier it's a tiring process, I think just the art of doing something easy like this, and I'd argue this is probably the easiest form of content creation, right? Literally, it's playing a game and chatting shit. Now I'm just like, ooh, I should really make that Tomb Raider 2 review. I should really make the Sly Cooper video. I made a video, two videos recently, discussing Soul Calibur and Tenchu, and how we could bring those franchises back to life. It's up there, got it. They did really well for my obviously standards. They did really well, and I got really good engagement for them. So I've started working on a Sly Cooper video, which is the same sort of idea. Like, could we bring Sly Cooper back? How could we bring it back? What mechanics would we change? What sort of what would we add? What would we take away? Where would the story focus? I do love discussing what could be done for, like, I don't want to say dead game franchises, because I don't think anything truly is dead. Not anymore. Well, maybe Legacy of Kain is truly dead. Is there kelp over there I can use? Because clearly I could use this for something. But I do enjoy discussing, oh, excuse me, sort of ideas we could take just to... Okay, there's something in there to grab. Let's grab that. Oh, wait, I can't go on the sand with this? Oh. See, now I assumed I couldn't actually jump on the sand with this bubble. I limited myself. Can I make that jump? I don't think I can. I'll have a go. So I'm playing for the Sly games right now. Because, you know, making a 15-minute video requires playing 3 10-hour games. Which needs to be done. Which I think needs to be done anyway. I think it needs to be done. Is this gonna... Yeah, there we go. I think it's important. And... Whoop! Do we have a... I don't have more jellyfish, though. Can I glide along here? Ah, I can, because it's like a ceramic wall. understood. So I think playing this and just maybe just doing a little Let's Play every now and then. Obviously, I'd be doing Let's Plays with Fuzzy. That's the purpose of this channel. That is a great focus up for me. Just being able to sit here and like get on the PC and do some work really helps me focus with getting stuff done. But maybe I should just play some more weird games on my own as well to motivate myself, you know? I think I might. What do you think? Two guys that are watching this YouTube video, what do you think? Sorry, as I'm drinking water. I'll tell you what really pisses me off. And this is going to be a criticism of content creators now. Which is, this is the content creator episode, clearly. This is the criticism of content creators episode. That is a great title. And I respect the hustle, I really do. But do you ever see those streams on TikTok or Twitch? Where it's usually a dude, because women don't seem to do this online. And it usually says the title of the stream is, I wish I could get 10 viewers or something. And it's just like, dude, it's just like, yo, I'm a fucking turtle. Yes. So I'm currently on the waiting list for a ADHD diagnosis. And I think playing a game on my own and talking is really, I've been questioning, like, do I really need to be on this waiting list? And listening to myself and hearing my sort of voice and hearing my thought process has really solidified that, yeah, maybe that's the right choice, is to be on this waiting list. Anyway, I don't like those stream titles. I think they're really lazy and they're trying to get views off pity. And I think that's, personally, that's like the worst way to get views on like any platform. It's like, oh, please watch me. Oh, I think that's, is like, sorry, I don't know how I burped water, but I did. I think that's, again, for me, pretty fucking stupid. It's like, come on, if you haven't got anything interesting to say, that is one aura farming fucker, and I love him. Well, it's clearly a her. I'm guessing it's a her anyway. Because my avatar, I would assume male, but I don't like to assume these things. I like the cloak, though. Yeah. But if I don't have anything interesting to say online or to advertise your stream, then you should really workshop that. And I think being like, I wish we could get 15 live viewers, it's like, bro, just fucking do something different then. Stop playing fucking Warzone for 8 hours a day thinking someone's gonna watch your stream. Again, he says, like I'm an authority. Ooh, like I'm an authority on content creation, which I'm really not. This is all, obviously, I've had to learn. I learned this recently from the Soul Calibur video I did, right? That I need to explain myself better when talking online. Because I make a lot of blunt statements that in my head aren't blunt statements. Let me explain. If I say like, oh, this game I'm playing right now is shit, I'm not the kind of person to sit there and think I should explain that in a productive or constructive way. Although I'm thinking the reasons I think is shit are usually for productive and constructive reasons. So I don't have to call something bad for sake of calling something bad. I'm very much a, if I don't like something, it's a me problem, not the game problem. And this is a prime example right now where I'm trying to explain my process and I'm kind of getting lost in my own words a little bit, where I can't explain my own process without being confused by my own process. So I did that in the Soul Calibur video where I sort of like, I was talking on Soul Calibur, and I think, obviously I didn't say at the start of the video, this is all opinion based. I didn't think you would need to do that. Apparently you do online. And I had a really, I'm gonna call it a scathing comment. Now I don't criticize the guy that gave me the comment at all, because objectively, everything he said on his comment criticizing me in my video was 100% true. So I can't sit here and be like, wow, what a dick. He could have worded it nicer, sure. But he was 100% right. The way I was saying it, and the way I was communicating my ideas were not complex and thought out enough. Whereas that I shouldn't be, I should have put more time into that. So I think, as a takeaway for this video, and content creation in general, we're going to take that as a lesson that me, Goob, Spintrix, should take more time before I talk, and take more time before I before I speak, and think before I speak. That's a big problem I have as well. I don't know about anyone else out there. He says that the whole fucking human race doesn't speak before they think. I don't know if anyone else has the same problem. Of course, we all do the same shit. Just in different methods, you know. And obviously, when it's a YouTube video that I made in like 3 days versus a comment that you can make a pretty well-balanced argument against the YouTube video, again, totally fair. And I love challenge. If someone was to go online and challenge my ideas that, you know, I've made something and someone sort of like challenges what I've said, I love that. I genuinely love that shit. I love discussion. That's how we evolve as people. That's how we become smarter as human beings. Is through constructive discussion with each other, right? We don't have a go of each other. We challenge our different ideas, and we challenge each other's thoughts and feelings, and in constructive and, you know, non-toxic ways. And then ideally everyone comes out the other end of it, you know, learning something. Gosh, that sounds like a fucking teacher. Can you tell I've worked in education for the past 10 years of my life? What, you can? Yeah. Yeah, I have. Right, okay, let's get to this door. I think we'll call this an episode. This is great. I think I'm gonna finish this game. I'm not finding all the secrets, by the way. This is how I like to play video games. Some games, so just be clear, obscure. I 100% did that because I enjoyed the whole process of 100%ing that. 100%ing this is going to be combing the stages, and I wouldn't find enjoyment out of combing each stage for all the things. You know, I wouldn't find that enjoyable. 3D platformers, I've 100%ed Banjo, and I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it for 3D platformers. Okay. Will this save... Okay, is there a save point? How do we save? I'm going to assume it's not a save system, and we're going to end it there. But thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to go record the end of Resi 4 with Fuzzy now, which I'm sure you'll see at a very later date. But yeah, please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. I've been Goob. Bye!